back, guys, to another episode of Fidel's Outdoors. Today we're going to be installing a permanent limiter blocker for a Glock 17 9mm Gen 3 and 5 to be in state compliance with Rhode Island state law. So stick with me and let's get started. Alright guys, so the legislation that came into effect is 2022-H6614A and 2022-S2653. Now this prohibits the possession and sale of or transfer of any feeding device capable of holding or readily able to be extended to hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition to be fed continuously into a semi-automatic firearm. Alright guys, so the question that was asked to me by those who possess the magazines that hold more than 10 round capacity, how can you make these magazines legal? Alright guys, so the law states to permanently modify includes the insertion of a limiter or blocker into a non-compliant device which will limit the capacity to 10 rounds. The limiter or blocker must be epoxy or riveted to the body of the device to constitute a permanent modification. Alright guys, so the products that I'm using here, I'm not sponsored by them, but I strongly suggest you check them out. So the limiter that I'm going to be using is this right here, and it's made by Magblocks. Okay, and I'm going to go over the stuff that you're going to need. This is by far the #1 tool you're going to need. This is made by Magloss, and this is the correct tool to use. Some people use screwdrivers or center punches like these, but the problem with these screwdrivers and center punches that you tend to scratch and mark your magazine. If you have the correct tool, you don't have that problem. And these they come in different shapes, but they do the job. They basically do the same thing. Okay, and you're gonna need the epoxy. This is also made by the Maglock company, and this is what I'm gonna be using today. All right, so this is the Glock 17 9mm Gen 5 magazine. So I'm gonna show you how to take it apart and install the limiter. You're gonna put it right in that slot. Keep your index finger here and your thumb here, and then just put a little pressure. All right, so once it slides off, take the cap and keep your index finger there so the spring doesn't go flying. Then just put this down, slide the cap off, and the spring, slide everything off like that. Okay, once you do that, you just remove this piece off, and you're going to take the limiter. Oh, by the way, this limiter only goes one way, so if you try to put it a certain way, it don't go. See, like this way, it doesn't go. You'll never be able to get it in like that. It only goes one way. See? Alright, so once you got it in, take the spring, slide it all the way in, and when you hear it lock in, you're going to slide it all the way in like that. Take your index finger, push the spring all the way in. Take your cap and hold it right there. And take your other cap, push it all the way in, and then let it go and lock. Alright, so this one's got the limiter, but we're going to seal this one. We're going to epoxy this one permanently. Alright, and just to show you, it has the limiter there. I'm going to put the epoxy in. And guys, don't put too much, because then it'll just squirt all over the place. But just put enough to seal it. Alright, so that one's already set. We're going to put the plate. And then we're going to take this. All the corners already got the epoxy in all around. I'm going to put it upside down. Slide it, and there you have it. So now we're just going to clean the excessive, whatever seeped off, and just clean it really good. Okay, there you have it. Alright guys, so I got the magazine already epoxy. I got my limiter blocker in there. I'm excited. This is great. So now what I'm going to do is, I have 11 rounds over here on the table. I'm going to try to see if I can get that number 11, which I don't think so. And I'm going to use a speed loader to make it happen. Alright, so I'm going to put the speed loader and I'm going to start counting. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's already getting really stiff, so let me try to get to the last one by hand. And I could barely put that 10, so let's see if we can squeeze the 11. No, it ain't happening. There you have it, guys. 10 rounds. Alright guys, I'm so excited. I got these magazines state compliant. I got them epoxy and I got them all with the limiter blocker in them. I can't wait to try these at the range. I'm so excited. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the like button. And if you have any comments, just make sure you leave it in the comment section below or any questions. And guys, like always, God bless you, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Alright guys, so this is my second shot, my second try. I got here and here. I did a tighter group. This joker here, he's not gonna hurt no one.